It's about time God tier gaming came to the Switch 2 and the Switch Online service. If you go to the Super Nintendo games, Mario Paint has been uploaded. I have a lot of memories with this game, and you can play using your Joy-Con in mouse mode, guys, which is freaking phenomenal. So let's go ahead and begin. All right, I actually have not used mouse mode with my Joy-Con yet. I used to love this game. So many memories. And you gotta do it right off the bat, right? You gotta draw. You gotta draw a dick and ball. Oh my gosh, that is the saddest wiener I've ever seen in my life. And it's not even my uncircumcised wiener, right? There we go. Right off the bat, we gotta draw it. I gotta say, the mouse mode is not half bad. Now, you could use a USB compatible mouse, of course, with the Switch 2. I'm using the mouse mode though on the Joy-Con. I used to love using the little rocket ship. You guys haven't played Mario Paint though. This came out when I was like in second freaking grade. Alright, and it was big back then. But the coolest thing about it is it's basically like a basic Windows fucking MS Paint type of thing right here. You can paint obvious, like, you know, cool looking things and stuff like that. There's also other things featured down below over here, such as like an animation thing where you could draw basic little animations. It's not even that highly detailed, but you get the point. You even have like a special stamp where you can create like a special stamp. Like, let's say I wanted to make an 8-bit Eric logo, stuff like that. And then on top of that, you got the music section, which I always thought was the coolest thing. Okay, now this was pretty cool because you could make your own music. If you think like back in 91, 92, we didn't really have much software to make beats or rap music or stuff like that. So being able to make music, So yeah, I mean, that's just an example. And of course, you could actually have like a completely clean slate to make music. And I'm not really good at music, but each of these things make different sounds. Mine personally, I always like the girl because you can make like a deep moan. You know, when you're 7 years old, there was no such thing as the hub back in the day. So that was pretty close. I was joking. But there's different things. You got hi-hats and you can even change the tune and all that. I'm not musically inclined, but basically, for example, you can just make your own music and stuff like that. I thought that was pretty cool. I mean, this game had some banger soundtracks. Banger soundtracks, and that wasn't even the full one. If I would have had something more in there, and then you can even change the music. That one's a good one. I mean, there's so much stuff here if you've never actually played it. I prefer the mouse speed to be a little bit faster. Look at that. That's actually way more responsive than the tortoise. I mean, this game was ahead of its time, but the coolest aspect of Mario Paint, guys, is the Nat Swatter game. This was awesome. Like, I don't think the Super Nintendo utilized the mouse as much as it could have. They definitely could have, but I'm glad to see the Switch 2 is taking full advantage of it, to be completely honest. Let's see if they do it for some more games. I know Cyberpunk uses it. A few other games have been taking advantage of it. And it's a real nice touch that they decided to toss Mario Paint on here. Because to be honest, if you're wanting to play the OG Mario Paint, and as I died there, I can't believe I died there. It's kind of a pain in the ass, to be completely honest. If you want to play the OG Mario Paint, because you gotta use the Super Nintendo mouse was crappy, and it just didn't age well. If you still have one and you try to use it, didn't age well. I think a company like Retrobit or something, don't quote me on that, tried to re-release a brand new mouse not too long ago, but it didn't work. It did not work as good as they thought it would. I could play this game all day, guys. This is honestly, this should be its own game. And a fun fact, I don't know if this hand is related to Master Hand from Smash Brothers. Now, fun fact, I am thinking about doing some live streams where I draw. I'm not the best Mario Kart artist. Melvor from the Game Chasers is pretty good. Mike Matei is actually pretty good as well. Like, I'm blanking what I could draw right now just to show you guys. I guess maybe I could try to do my own image of Super Mario. Maybe I could impress you guys a little bit and do a very terrible drawing of of Super Mario right here. I always hate it sometimes when you're trying to paint on here, it doesn't connect as well. Again, it's not the best painting program out there, but at the time it was actually really cool. It actually was really cool. At the time it was really cool. Now there are some stamps. If you come up here, there's different colors, textures, things like that, but there's also actual objects. So if you wanted to put like a whole bunch of Marios or whatever and things of that nature, it's pretty self-explanatory. I'm sure most of you guys watch this or played this game before. I just wanted to share that it's out now, and that's based of Nintendo, and I'm glad they didn't forget about this game, because I used to have so much fun making little Mario maps and stages and things like that with all these fish and dinosaurs, and you know, great memories all the way around. I mean, I used to use these to make like little Mario maps and stages and things like that, and you know, back then the world was your oyster. Especially like these are perfect. These little Koopas and little Mario action figures are perfect for the animation. I've seen people do all sorts of cool stuff on YouTube. If you look up the videos, like Mike Matei had the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles intro, and some people make actual like full fucking songs and things like that. But yeah, I'm not that technically sound as far as like being able to draw and stuff. And I know RGT wrote "fuck Spawn Wave," so I'm gonna put fuck. Who could I hate? Oh, I know who I could say fuck. Fuck Dickers. Fuck Dickers. Yep. Anyways, guys, thank you all so much for watching. I'm gonna leave it there. I'm pretty excited. I think I might have a stream where I do a viewer request. I think that would be cool. Let me know your thoughts down below.